Justice League Gods and Monsters is an epic DC animated event coming this summer, and we've got the one and only Bruce Timm here to talk about the movie and share a big announcement. But first, check out the trailer.
At least 50 dead in the Embassy massacre. A virtual house of horrors. Superman's fingerprint is damning evidence for sure.
The Justice League cannot be trusted. Dios mío. We're being framed. Someone's trying to screw with us, and they're going to be damn sorry.
We could get a lawyer, or we can beat the hell out of them.
I've been here before. This time, they're gonna have to kill me.
There's your father, General Zod.
We need the Justice League. They're the only ones who can help us.
I watched one madman destroy my world. I'm not going to let another harm this one.
The whole world's coming down. Evacuate Metropolis.
Someone once asked if I wanted to save the planet or rule it.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, I call upon you to give yourselves up.
Today it's going to be hard to tell the difference.
Your boyfriend has a lot of nerve.
He's not my boyfriend. And yes, he does.
The trailer for Justice League Gods and Monsters just came out, but it's not just about the film. This is a grander universe. What can you tell me about that?
To tie into the release of the movie, there's also going to be a comic book series in daily digital installments. It's going to be one story for each of the main characters, and then one group adventure, which actually tells the story of how they got together and became the Justice League.
And I love it because the way you describe it, where you're just saying stuff's going to come out every single day. So these are new characters, and people are going to get to know them really quickly.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool because, you know, the movie itself is kind of a lot to take in. These are all new characters, all new versions of these characters. We have to let the audience know who they are, where they came from, and it was really kind of tough to figure out how we were going to do that within the scope of the movie, and then still have a villain plot and subplots and whatnot. So the comics really allow us to expand upon who exactly these people are, what their backgrounds were like. I mean, for example, Superman, first of all, he's the son of Zod instead of the son of Jor-El, and he was raised by a Mexican couple, and so we thought, well, there's all kinds of story potential there. It's like, that'd be really interesting to see what his upbringing would be like compared to like Clark Kent's upbringing in Smallville.
Does he have a nickname? Because I feel like, I mean, you can't really call him Smallville.
No. Well, it's actually funny. He didn't even have a name. I knew that we'd have to give him a name, a quote-unquote Clark Kent type moniker at some point, and I was just toying with a bunch of different names in my head and never really came up with one I liked. And then we were doing the comic, and I went, you know, by the way, he doesn't really have a human name. So I've came up with one, and hopefully this will work for you guys. And she was like, oh, thank God, because I was looking through the script going, where's his name? Where's his name? So he has a name.
What is it about the Justice League that you were like, yes, I definitely want to go darker with this? What excited you about that?
It's so funny because it wasn't really a deliberate desire to necessarily go dark, but at the same time, if you've got characters named Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman who aren't Clark Kent and Diana of the Amazons and Bruce Wayne, it's like, well, okay, how are these new guys different? And it's like, well, yeah, all the rules that exist for the regular DC characters about, you know, this code against no killing, it's like, well, that's off the table. It's not that it's a grim, dour world. I mean, it definitely has an adult edge to it.
A little bit more grit.
A little bit more grit. I mean, it's probably more in line, comics-wise, with a comic like The Authority, which is also kind of like a more adult take on the Justice League. So this is kind of in that same vein, without being, you know, gratuitously violent or sexy, but there is some violence and a little bit of sex.
In addition to the movie and the digital comic, DC Collectibles is launching a Gods and Monsters action figure line, and we've got the exclusive premiere. The first wave of figures, including Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, lands in stores this fall. This weekend, DC Entertainment is trying to set a world record for the largest gathering of people dressed as DC superheroes. If you want to be a part of the event, check out the link in the description below to the event's Facebook page where you'll find all the details. And while you're there, click subscribe.